Hello and welcome. Sugosha Media Private Limited presents a daily dose of aerospace and defense news from India and the globe. I am your host, Shanti Kuber, bringing you the latest aerospace and defense news for today. The headlines: RFI has been issued by MOD for procurement of self-propelled air defense missile system. MOD and HAL signed Rs 458 crore contract for two upgraded Dornier aircraft for Indian Coast Guard. Indian Air Force flying contingent departs for participation in the Bastille Day flypast. Indian Navy marching contingent as part of the Tri-Services contingent arrives in France for participating in the Bastille Day parade. BrahMos Aerospace announces talks with six nations over sales of supersonic cruise missiles. Elena Geo Systems introduces India's first regional navigation satellite system-based device NavIC. ARDE to develop Gatling Air Defence Gun for naval ships. France successfully launches military satellite. Honeywell eyes European MRO depot for Abrams tank engine. The news in detail. An RFI has been issued to procure AD gun missile system which is self-propelled. The essential requirements of the system should have matching mobility with mechanized elements in all terrains while operating as embedded AD in all their maneuvers and tactical operations. The weapon system should be a mix of both gun and missile mounted on a single or dual platform of either tracked or wheeled vehicle. The system should include a low RCS 3D acquisition cum fire control radar, electro-optical fire control system, and a fire control computer. The gun should be able to engage aerial targets both with the fire control radar and through the EOFCS both during day and night, while the missile should be able to engage targets through the EOFCS both by day and night. They should also be able to carry out acquisition and tracking of the targets on the move and engage aerial targets. The system should have the capability to engage fighter aircrafts, helicopters, unmanned aerial vehicles, unmanned combat aerial vehicles, and cruise missiles. The last date for submission of this RFI is 31st of August 23. The Ministry of Defense signed a contract with HAL for procurement of two Dornier aircrafts for the Indian Coast Guard along with associated engineering support package at an overall cost of Rs 458 crores. The aircraft will be procured under the Buy Indian category. It will be fitted with a number of advanced equipment such as glass cockpit, maritime patrol radar, electro-optic infrared device, mission management system, etc. The addition will further bolster the aerial surveillance capability of maritime areas of responsibility of the Indian Coast Guard. The Dornier aircraft are being indigenously manufactured at HAL Transport Aircraft Division, Kanpur. A flying contingent of 4 Rafale fighters, 2 C-17 Globemasters, and 72 IAF personnel has departed for France. The flypast and marching by the Indian Air Force warriors on Bastille Day follows a long association that the two nations share, especially in the field of air power. Many Indians like Velinkar, Shivdev Singh, H.C. Devan, and Jumbo Majumdar have fought over the skies of France during the two world wars. Some, like Jumbo Majumdar, were also decorated for their gallant action over the Falaise Gap during the terminal phase of World War II. Indian Navy marching contingent as part of the Tri-Services contingent arrived in France for the participation in the Bastille Day parade at Paris. The Navy team on parade will comprise of 4 officers and 64 sailors. To commemorate the event, the Indian Navy will also be represented by INS Chennai, an indigenously built frontline destroyer which will be deployed to France from 12th to 16th of July 23. The ship's crew will represent India at the Bastille Day celebrations at Brest, France. Indian Navy is amongst the largest navies in the world with a potent mix of ships, submarines and aircraft. Its motto in Sanskrit, Sam, Samno Varuna, meaning may the Lord of oceans be auspicious unto us, has been taken from Rig Veda, which dates back to 1500 BC. The Navy is a combat ready, credible, cohesive, and future proof force which is manned by a highly skilled and professional workforce. The Russian Indian joint venture BrahMos Aerospace is conducting talks with 6 countries over sales of BrahMos medium range supersonic missiles. According to Mr. Praveen Pathak, the company's chief general manager, there are countries with whom negotiations are at a more advanced stage, and these countries were from the Indo Pacific and the Middle East. BrahMos Aerospace is a Russian Indian enterprise producing supersonic cruise missiles capable of being launched from submarine ships, planes, or land based platforms. It was established in 1998 and named after the rivers of Brahmaputra and Moscow. The Russian side of the venture is represented by the NPO Mashinostroyenia company. In a significant stride towards achieving self-reliance in navigation applications and services, Elena Geo Systems, a Bangalore-based firm, has unveiled the country's first handheld navigation device based on the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System (NavIC). The device aims to provide precise directions for various infrastructure projects such as railways, land survey, telecoms, and hydrocarbon exploration. With a cost of Rs 6,000, it can be easily attached to smartphones using an on-the-go connector, enabling users to leverage data from any mapping application or satellite source. The handheld navigation device provides an affordable option for individuals and organizations involved in infrastructure projects. The versatility empowers users to leverage existing mapping services and applications, eliminating the need for separate dedicated navigation systems. ARDE has unveiled plans to develop Gatling Air Defence System that incorporates cutting-edge technologies. The gun, equipped with EO, IR, and radar-based tracking and targeting systems, will utilize artificial intelligence for optimal weapon selection and autonomous engagements. The gun aims to provide 360-degree coverage and acts as a close-in weapon system to defend military watercraft against various threats including aircrafts, missiles, and small boats. France's Syracuse 4B military satellite was successfully launched on board the Ariane 5 rocket from the Guinea Space Center on 6th of July. The satellite will become operational in 9 months once it reaches the geostationary orbit and undergoes a full series of tests. Syracuse 4B is a satellite communication system based on Airbus's Eurostar E3000 fully electric platform, which is equipped with an in-orbit proximity surveillance. The satellite comes under the wider Euro 3.6 billion Syracuse 4 program launched in 2015. The program involves the complete renewal of the Syracuse 3 satellites and ground stations, with Airbus Defence and Space and Thales Alenia Space as prime contractors. Honeywell plans to create a maintenance, repair, and overhaul capability in Europe to accommodate several new customers for its AGT 1500 gas turbine engine, which powers the M1 Abrams main battle tank, according to an official at the US based conglomerate. That's all the news for today. Thank you and have a great day.